Hey there folks, Uniform Guy again, here with another review, and in this video we're going to be looking at another M1 steel helmet. The three helmets you see in front of you are all genuine US made and US issue front seam helmets, produced somewhere during the Second World War up until about 1942, as they were all at some point fixed bow. The one on the left of the screen, which you've seen before, is the restored World War II M1 done to the 3rd Infantry Battalion. The one at the right of the screen is a Vietnam issue World War II recycled helmet, complete as it came. The one in the middle is the one that we're going to be looking at today, which is another World War II recycle M1. This one, however, was done for the Korean War. So what we're going to do is just move it to one side to get a better look at it on its own. So as you can see, there is quite a lot of paint wear on the helmet. You can see where it has been repainted. Quite interestingly, if you get close enough, you can make out the brush marks. And oddly enough, the Korean repaint was done in a semi-gloss dark green. What you will notice is as you go down to the rim, there's quite a lot of the World War II caulking still in place on the helmet. We also have the letters YD, which have been painted on the side. Looks like, I don't know if the camera will focus on this, you may be able to see at the top of the letter D there, that it looks like the letters were engraved into the paint and then infilled with a white enamel based paint. Also notice that the chin strap is what they call the Vietnam style clip-on chin strap. Now I know with that chin strap, sort of during the Korean War, it was a crossover, so early Korean War had the World War II style sew-on ones, which I'll just give you a quick look from the World War II helmet here, which is the lighter khaki and a slightly different buckle. And what they would do is they would sew that onto the swivel bow. The swivel bow being, if we flip the Vietnam helmet over, this style here, as you see the bow can sort of bend around the lip of the helmet, and that's how the buckle closed up. Now I've heard recently this buckle type being referred to as the breakaway. It was sort of supposedly an improvement of the stitch on one, so it stopped, if the chin strap was torn from the helmet, it stopped damage to the helmet, which this one suffered. I don't know if it's viewable on here. It's definitely viewable in the restoration video I did of this one, because you'll notice in there I've got a bit of rope holding on because the bow was torn off of this one, so this is not the original chin strap. Not sure entirely what happened to that one in its life, but its chin strap was torn off and it actually caused the helmet to be misshapen. There is an interesting one with this. I'll just take it off and turn it upside down next to the Vietnam one. Now the liner in this is it's a bit of a funny liner, this one. So it's a World War II American fiberglass liner, but the spider that's in it is a European spider. It's basically a leftover liner that was given to the Europeans with their Euroclone M1s. It was originally in the Vietnam helmet. I've taken it from the Vietnam helmet because I've now picked up a, albeit 71 dated, if it zooms in, 71 dated Vietnam liner. Would have preferred the 69 because it would have gone the date with the cover, but it's all Vietnam. The interesting one with this, you may pick that up at the moment there, is we've got the breakaway buckles, which would normally go with the swivel bell on a fixed bell. So this is a World War II recycled helmet where they've taken it back, not bothered taking the fixed bells off, and just put a new chin strap on. So I'll show you there, we've still got the original fixed bells welded on with the quick release buckle. It'll pick up the dimple. Let's see if I can put it down. Sort of hidden quite a bit under the paint and the corking, but just by my thumbnail there is the dimple that was made. You may be able to pick up on the Vietnam one just by my finger there. See a dimple? That was a dimple that was made when the fixed bell was put on. It's present on all fixed bell and recycled fixed bell helmets. This one's covered with the paint, but yeah, for some reason they didn't change the bells. So I've seen swivel bells with stitch on chin straps, but I've never seen fixed bell with quick release straps before. It's quite unusual. Another unusual one for here is we've got a couple of names. So we've got C Company, 1st Platoon, and that name there, which I believe is Ovenden. So Ovenden, or something to that effect. And then on the other side we've got another name, which appears to be Maurice Van Dorm, or Van Doom. And then a number, it's a bit faded on the camera, but the number reads 027-10-2663. So you've also got the word supply. This has been scribbled out. The number was heavily scribbled out over with a Sharpie, or the 60s equivalent of a Sharpie. So I don't know if that was the person who had this helmet before this guy. You may also pick up quite well on the inside the brush marks from where it's been repainted. There's even, just see by my finger there, some of the original brush bristles. So if we turn the helmet over, you can see a lot of paint wear, and quite interestingly some dents and dings in the crown. You can see the rust from the dents and the dings there as well. So I know there are some collectors on the internet who would like to say that those dents and dings are from shrapnel and whatnot, as that's what the M1 was originally intended for, was shrapnel protection. But more than likely what's happened is it's been dropped. There's dents, I think there's a few dents on this one as well under the cover, sort of in the crown area. This one, the crown was fairly clean. The only damages, as I said, from the chin strap and a few stress fractures. Yeah, apart from that, it's a fairly normal Korean War M1, except the chin strap and the letters here YD. It's been suggested to me that this may be 26th Infantry, which call themselves the Yankee Division. There is also, though it's hard to see without a sort of like a microscope and a light, there appears to be the word home there and something else underneath. So at one point this may have, as I said, had a helmet cover on it, and someone went at it with a Sharpie, or not a Sharpie, a biro. Yeah, so that gives you a little view of what your sort of Korean War M1 would have been. So yeah, you would have had the odd one or two that may have had Mickey Mouse on the side, but they weren't common. Just like the Vietnam ones, you had the odd one or two with graffiti, but as you can see on this one, it was not common. I think the most colourful one, common-wise, was the World War II ones. You had the rank on the front in white, so it could easily be seen. You had the insignia on the side, which was usually in colour. Get it on this one as well. And on the back, you had, more often than not, a follow me stripe if they're an NCO. And then with 3rd Infantry, you'd have a playing cards house on the back. So that gives you hopefully a little look of the main 30 years or so of the service of the M1. Hope you enjoy.